Hello everybody, this is Alpha Pack Rain, and I will be doing a Bujins deck profile for the new format of January 1st, 2014. Now I wanted to go over some of the cards and some basic combos with the deck because this archetype is relatively new, and not all the cards have been released for TCG yet. So let's go over it. I use Brotherhood of the Firefist Bear and Gorilla, just so I could search out Tenki and Tensu, and also pop back row / monsters. I use Arasuda because Bujins really thrive on Beast Warrior Bujins. Honestly, like a lot of the effects in the deck and a lot of the negation power and a lot of the controls come from having just Beast Warrior Bujins on the field. And Arasuda is great because it also produces some draw power, but I don't really use that effect a lot. Then we have Mikazuchi, and Mikazuchi is of course a Beast Warrior. And the thing about Mikazuchi, he's relatively easy to get out, and if Yamato dies, you get Mikazuchi out as long as you have him in hand. And he searches out Bujin Carnation as well. Now here's your motto. He's like the main guy of the deck. You want to protect this guy as much as possible. You want to try to get him first turn because he could add a crane to the hand, or he could dump anything to the grave. So you could add a crane and dump a turtle or a hare, and it really starts off the deck really well. Speaking of Crane, here he is. Crane is a damage calculation card, and it's only for Beast Warrior type Bujins. And Crane works really well with this deck because I use the field spell Black Garden. And Crane with Black Garden sets its attack freezer, and what that means is the wording's different, meaning it becomes its double its original attack, and it freezes it back to its original attack that it was printed on the card because it's the last thing it would remember. Now, to explain that, Black Garden halves anything that comes on the field by normal or special summon. So if I have Black Garden, have Yamato on the field after that, and then someone attacks into me and I drop a crane, it would go up to 3600 because double its original attack, and it would go back to its original 1800 attack. Now here's a Bujinji hair, and Bujinji hair is really good too because you really want to protect Yamato and your Beast Warriors, and Bujinji hair protects it. Like, I've had people dark hole me. I'd just dump a hair and they'd be like, what do you mean? What happens? And what it does is it protects one Beast Warrior type Bujin monster from being destroyed by battle or card effects for one, like, event. So if it would be attacked over, you could drop hair. You'd still take the battle damage, but it saves your monster. Same thing goes for Turtle. But the thing is, Turtle only works for things that target a Beast-type monster, or just a Bujin monster in general. Then there's Quillen, and all these cards, these Hare, Turtle, and Quillen, they all work from the graveyard. You have to banish them from the graveyard for their effects to work. But Quillen, it's just for popping power. You can pop any face-up card as long as you have a Beast Warrior-type Bujin. Now you're seeing the importance of having Beast Warriors in the deck, especially Bujin ones. I play one Veiler, and not only for just effect veiling, it's also so I can make Catastor in the mirror match. Then I play Honest since it's a mostly light deck. 2 Black Garden, 1 Bujin Carnation, 1 Dark Hole, 3 Tenki because it's the new format. Burial from a different dimension. A lot of people question this card, but it's really good for recycling Turtle and Hare, especially in long duels. Then Tensu, Kaiser Coliseum. I love this card because it works well against spam decks like Gyurgyakuri and Infernities. Mystical Space Typhoon, Pot of Duality, just so I can get to the cards I want faster, and then a plethora of traps. Now, I only really want to go over this one. Horn of the Phantom Beast is excellent in this deck, especially with the Exceed Susanoo, because it could attack each monster your opponent controls once each, and when paired with this, you're getting a lot of draw power out of it. So let's go over the extra deck. Allied Justice Catastor, I've already went over this. You want to make this in the mirror match as fast as possible, especially when they have that they have a crane or 2 in hand. Then you could get them before damage calculation and destroy it. It's good against a lot of light decks, especially Constellars. Oh, and Light Sworns. Then there's Abyss Dweller. Graveyard effects, everyone knows Abyss Dweller. Tiger King to search out Tenki and Tensu, and also to negate effects on the field. Kagetsuchi. And this card is its own hair in a way. It protects itself or Beast Warrior or Bujin. And Susanoo, this is the main card of the deck. This sets up all your combos. It could attack all monsters your opponent controls once each, and also you could dump one or add one to hand, as long as it's a Bujin monster. Now, I've tried to do this commentary 3 times, and I still cannot pronounce this guy's name, so I'm just going to call him the blue guy. And he requires 2 level 4 light monsters, and he's a little bit of draw power. Say you only have like a turtle or a hare in hand, and you can't really make any extra plays. You'd want to go for him, dump that turtle and hare to the graveyard, and then draw 2, just by detaching 1. Speaking of Constellars, Constellar Omega works well in this deck as well, especially if you're facing 5 back row and you could actually get this on the field, because then you're ensured an attack to go off. Then we have Diamond Direwolf to pop cards, Gaga Cowboy, just a cowboy for game, Maestroke to get over the bigger monsters, Excitation Knight, and this card is so cheap. I'm glad it's not an TCG yet, just for the fact that it's kind of like a Black Rose in its own effect. If your opponent controls more monsters than you, you can just blow up the field by detaching 1, and during their battle phase next turn. Next up is Black Ship of Corn, then Silent Honors, and you'd be surprised how many times you might have to make Silent Honors in a duel. It just steals cards. It's really kind of broken. Then Pile Dynamo. It could get over a lot of big monsters, and you get draw power when it's destroyed. So let's go over some combos. Now, let's just say you had started with Black Garden, a Crane, and a Yamato. That's your opening hand. Well, guess what? You can already OTK if they don't have a response. You normal summon Yamato, activate Black Garden, and then during the end phase, with Yamato's effect, you dump a hare or a turtle to the graveyard. Now with that, the next turn, as long as you have another rank 4 Bujin monster, then you can make Susanoo. They would get a token. They would get 2 tokens actually. Use Susanoo's effect to add a Crane, and then they would have 2 tokens total in attack position with 800 attack, and then attack both of them with Susanoo, and drop 2 Cranes, and it would be 4,800 each attack. So that's 4,000 even, and it's 8,000 game perfectly, as long as they don't have too much back row or anything like that. So that's my deck profile. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like the video if you liked it, and comment down below if you have any suggestions for the clan. I'll be trying to pump out more videos as we speak. And thank you and have a wonderful day.